three, and one more. Hands on hips. Push your leg. Yeah, thank you. One more there. And then three. And then 45 out. Yeah. Yeah.
Tokyo back in 2010 with victories over Arts, Paul, and Saku. He is a two-time world champion, two-time World Grand Prix finalist. 114.4, this is the way it all ends. Rounds in the heavyweight division. It's Badr versus Overeem. The final round.
He makes his return to the kickboxing ring after nearly a decade away. A former K1 legend, UFC legend, and of course, kickboxing legend. From the Netherlands, please welcome back Alistair Overeem. And here he is, Badr Hari, ladies and gentlemen. And now, Alistair, the more things change, the more they stay the same. But 10 years later, you're back again, facing Badr Hari. How does it feel to be back in the Netherlands and back in a kickboxing ring?
Feels very good to be back in the Netherlands. Feels very good to be back with kickboxing. I am excited, happy to say that the camp was awesome and in a very strong shape. Everything is geared towards victory. And yeah, enjoy the show, guys, Saturday.
And Badr, you get to fight your, I wouldn't say your old friend, but your old foe. How will this fight look compared to those first two encounters you had?
Yeah, a fight is a fight, you know. I'm looking forward. Trained hard, long camp, and a lot is said and done. 13 years later, but I can't wait, you know. One more day, so I'm ready. I hope Alistair is ready also, but because I'm ready. So one more day, guys. One more day. So enjoy.
You call Badr a wounded animal. Can you explain what you meant by this?
Well, yeah. If you have 7 years of bad luck, you're a wounded animal. That's what that meant. It's been, you know, he's done great things in the past, but the last 7 years has not been so great. So yeah, I cannot make it any more nice than that it is, right? Just being honest.
Yes, and Badr, a wounded animal can still be dangerous in the ring, or maybe even more dangerous.
You know, his last 7 years also wasn't as great. So let's be honest to each other, you know. So of course, this is fighting. Sometimes you have good years, sometimes bad years. Listen, if your career is just 1 year or 2 years, yeah, you can have good years. But my career, and I think his career also, has been more than 20 years. And of course, you can have ups and downs in this period. But it counts also for him. So we'll see who's the wounded animal tomorrow. But this is fighting, you know. So this is our journey. This is my journey. And every fight I see as a single fight. So, you know, let the past be the past. And I'm looking forward. So, yeah, one more day, like I said.
Thank you.
Go ahead.
Yeah, Daan ten Berge, Telegraaf. Question for Badr Hari also. Yeah, we spoke about it already. You come off of a bit of a hectic period in your career. Can you speak a bit on yeah, how you switched the focus back to this fight and yeah, how the training camp, the preparation was for you? Thanks.
Yeah, like I said, preparation was good, and switching into fights, I've been doing this for almost 25 years. So, you know, like I said, a fight is a fight. It's a single moment. Things can happen. It can go both ways. I'm not a guy who stays trapped in yesterday. You know, like I said, I look forward, I focus, and I focus on tomorrow. So yeah, you know, I think it's a bad habit if you stay stuck in yesterday's worries. So looking forward, you know, keep believing and enjoying. You know, I think this is the most important thing, that you enjoy what you do, and I still do it every day. So yeah, I'm looking forward, and like I said again, one more day. So tomorrow we'll see how everything will fall on his place. So thank you.
Thank you. Question for Alistair Overeem also. We spoke to each other about 2 weeks ago. You were in the final stages of your training camp, and you spoke a bit on bringing the complexity of UFC to glory, to kickboxing. How have you done that during your training camp to prepare for maybe a more natural kickboxer like Badr Hari, who's more of a specialist? Thanks.
Well, I think we all know that MMA is a little bit more complicated, right? There's the ground, there's wrestling, and there's clinching submissions. It's just a different game. And yeah, I believe I've managed to translate that into kickboxing. I think that mindset and that work ethic that I brought from MMA into K1 2010 brought me the title. And tomorrow I'm going to be doing that again.
Sir, you got a lot of UFC experience. You do know what pain looks like. Are you gonna be there for the whole 3 rounds? Can you do a prediction?
I don't do predictions. You know, Badr's in shape, so it's going to be a great fight. I know I'm in shape, so like I said, enjoy, guys. Trilogy fight. It doesn't happen every day that this happens. You know, in all honesty, we will not fight again, right? This is the last one, so this is the Zyder one. And yeah, I'm just looking forward for tomorrow, right? Shape is excellent, cannot be in a better shape, and very proud, excited to be back in the Netherlands. You know, I've got all my family and friends here, so it's going to be an awesome day tomorrow. Thank you.
Badr, you did a long training camp. Can you do a prediction?
You know, I did a prediction 30 years ago. I promised Alistair something. It was if he goes through the first fight. What was it? Teixeira, then he wouldn't make it in 1 or 2 or 3 minutes with me tomorrow. But like I said, sport sometimes can humble you. So let me stay humble today and just make sure it's gonna be a great fight for everybody who comes and watched and who's been supporting for all these years. I'm gonna give him a hell of a fight. Like I said, I'm ready, and I'm really looking forward to enjoy the moment tomorrow and yeah, just kick some ass. So yep, tomorrow.
Oh, right there, okay.
Jeroen van der Zanden, nu.nl. I got the same question for Badr and Alistair. Tomorrow evening, Rico Verhoeven will be one of the spectators. If you could leave a message for him right now, what would it be?
Alistair, you first.
Mr. Dancing on the Ice, whatever. You know, there is one thing. It's a little bit weird that the champion, because it's been one of his last fight.
Last year, about this time, yeah?
So technically speaking, he should have been, you know, because you have to defend your belt every year, right? So technically speaking, he's not even champion anymore. Technically speaking, this is for the championship, because he's fighting on his own event next month. So, sorry, Rico. Technically speaking.
Badr?
True or not, Scott? True or not? He's supposed to defend his belt. He chose to not face me and do his own thing, dancing with on the ice, whatever. So, it's true, right?
What's the question?
Is he supposed to defend his belt once a year or not?
Yes.
He's not going to defend his belt this year, so it's actually vacated title.
He had an injury. Yeah. So after 10 years of defeating everybody that Glory threw at him, we made a decision to give him a little bit of extra time. He defeated every opponent 14 times. So therefore, I think it's up to us to give him a little break. But he will defend his belt very soon.
Amen.
Amen. But I appreciate the questions. Good question.
Always good to ask questions, right?
Yes. Yes.
Do you have anything to add, Badr?
No, I'm good.
All right, next question. Right, we have a microphone. Who has the mic? Go ahead.
Alistair, so you're going to give Rico Verhoeven a title shot after this match?
That's actually a funny one. Yeah, he does deserve that. He does deserve that, because let's not be too disrespectful. He has deserved everything. He has done a great job, right? He has made his mark. He's won his fights, but we're gonna win this one, and I will fight him. I will beat him too.
Second question. You look amazingly in shape. What's your secret?
I did the Wim Hof ice bath.
I got a question for the legend Badr Hari. Good to see you. Badr, you have one of the most passionate fan base in the world. Do you got a message for the infamous, loyal Badr Army?
Yeah, those people, shit. When you, I'm gonna tell you one thing. If my fan base wouldn't be what it was, I would have stopped a long time ago. Because this is where I really drain my energy from. All these people who really believe in you and come to support you and bring their children and tell about you to their children and grandmothers and grandfathers. And this whole Badr Army is not like soldiers of strong. They come in different sizes and ages. So I thank them a lot. I love them. See them tomorrow. So Badr Army till the end. So I cannot express myself in words how much they mean to me. So I really, really, really love them. Thank you. Thank you.
Next up.
Jamal, Sterren van de Toekomst. I got a question for Badr. A lot of young people these days are struggling with mental health, and a lot of them, you're a big example to them. What is your advice for those guys so they can find a way in life?
Wow, it's a heavy question. Yeah, I think the most important thing is keep talking, Find someone to talk with. I think this is the most important thing. Don't shut yourself down. Try to find someone you trust and focus on the positive things. But like I said, heavy question, so my advice is to keep talking, but yeah, that's it. Thank you.
All right, just a couple more. Go ahead.
Hello, from MMA for Today here. I think, first and foremost, thank you very much for giving us this trilogy. And I have a question for you, Badr Hari. Knowing that Overeem has been away from K1 for over a decade now, or nearly a decade, you don't have any, which implies you don't have any recent footage of him, and you saying that you specially prepare for every fight, for every single fight, differently. How do you prepare for Alistair Overeem right now?
Yeah, of course, you prepare for every fight like in a global form, so you try to be ready for everything, and then you look for specific things that he does. Of course, we saw him in the K1 a decade ago. We know what he can do. We know the way he moves. And at the end, fighting is fighting, so everybody has a plan, until they get hit. So tomorrow it's gonna be the same, It's working, improvising, looking, trying to trick him. So there are many ways to make sure you have the better hand of your opponent. So, I'm a smart fighter, so I will try to trick him again and again. So we'll see if the rabbit come out of the head. So we'll see what happens tomorrow. Thank you.
Tomorrow night, 3 3-minute rounds in the heavyweight division. It's Badr versus Overeem. The final round in Arnhem inside the Glory Ring. What a fight and what a night. Tomorrow night in Arnhem, let me just give you, for those of you watching at home, let me give you once again some information on where you can watch the fights if you're not with us here in the Netherlands. In the Netherlands, if you're not going to be in attendance with us, which we hope you do, you can watch it on Videoland. Around the rest of the world, just go to gloryfights.com. 4 world titles are on the line. And then it's Badr versus Overeem, the final round in your main event. Glory fans around the world, are you ready for glory?